What's up, Met fans? Welcome back. Talking Mets and Rob. How's everybody doing? Going live right now to tell you the breaking news. The New York Mets trade for Cameron Maybin from the Chicago Cubs for cash considerations. As we all know, the New York Mets have had a lot of injuries to the outfielders, to the bench players, to the rotation. It's just going on and on and on. Over about 13 players on the injury list in a month and a half. I'm not surprised the Mets made a deal. I am surprised of who they tried to go after. And Cameron Maybin is not the guy. I'm sorry. Like, he didn't play last year. He hasn't played this year. He barely played last year. He barely played the year before that. So there's not a lot of stats to go with. And that's a problem. Like I say, he's going to be good defensively. That's it. I don't know if they're just getting in the depth that they need or they're trying to do something else. But at the time being, they're trying to get more depth because our depth is basically gone. Yeah, so for everybody who's just coming in, the Mets made the trade for Cameron Maybin for cash considerations from the Chicago Cubs. So he's a former Yankee, former Tiger, former Cub, former of a lot of teams. But again, it's not the worst trade in the world. But I mean, I see what Sandy's trying to do. He's trying to get people in here. We need bodies at this point. We had bodies, but all the bodies are on injury list. 13 players. Half of them are outfielders. We got Conforto with the injury now. We got Pilar. Smash got smashed in. So many freaking different things. I mean, the amount of injuries are just ridiculous right now. But at the end of the day, New York Mets are still in first place. How are they in first place? I don't know, because they're not hitting. That's for damn sure. Their pitching's been great, but we saw yesterday with Taijuan Walker, with the tightness in the side, the back, who the hell knows? Everybody on this Mets team has some type of tightness. We just hope we can get DeGrom back soon. He's looking like he's going to be back for the Marlins series if his bullpen goes well in the next day or two. So that's what we have to worry about. So breaking news, guys, the Mets traded for Cameron Maybin from the Chicago Cubs for cash considerations. We didn't give up nothing, so it's not terrible of a trade. We need bodies. We got them in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Everybody, what's up? Coolspin, Ghost, William, Dolores, Ron, Jonathan, Ron, everybody. Let's see, who am I missing here? Jonathan, William, MB, Mike. Thank you for tuning in. So, yeah. So, at the moment, it's not a terrible trade. But I will be posting a video in about an hour about the 4 options I think the Mets are probably going to look into a little more than actual Cameron Maybin. And it's not a long-term option, but it's an option that can actually help this team right now better than Cameron Maybin. So look out for that right now. In about an hour or so, it's going to get posted. So check out that video, guys. I think you're going to like probably at least one of the options. I like 2 of the options that I put up there, that I put in this video. So I hope you check that out. I put in the stats for each of the players, and I talk about the contract situations because that is a big deal with this Mets team since they're not too far from the luxury cap, the tax threshold. So we just have to, when it comes to Sandy and the Mets, I don't think they want to go over that right now. So it is interesting to look at the trade options that are available and also the contract considerations of the plays that I will be talking about in that video. So check it out. Like I said, with Cameron Maybin, guys, it's not too much of is he good, is he bad? It's a body. And let's be honest, we saw Unesco yesterday. He looked okay. But he's not a guy that the Mets are going to rely on. But he's going to play also. Because right now we need a center fielder and we need a right fielder. Cameron Maybin, I don't know if he could still play left field. He's up there in age a little bit. But Unesco, Fargas, he could play center field. I'm not worried about that. Put Cameron Maybin in right field right now. We don't have options, so put him out there. We're still winning games. I know it was tough with the Rays series. Unfortunately, I was there for 2 of them. But the Mets came right back and won the game. How do they win the game? I don't know. Because the bullpen didn't look good. May didn't look good. Even Diaz couldn't find the plate, but the Braves just started swinging at everything. So we got lucky there. But I just have to say, it's a body. It's a guy that's going to play right field. He's probably going to bat in the bottom of the order. And we just got to see what happens. We got to go with it. But let's be honest, guys. With all the injuries, the New York Mets rather have the injuries now than to have them in August and September, obviously. Because let's be honest, the NL East is not playing good right now. And if you want guys injured, obviously you don't want guys injured, but you rather have it now when the NL East is not performing. And the Mets are in first place right now. They're still performing well. They're 8-3 in the last 11. So they've been pulling it off. The bench mob has been producing, as Linodr, Mazika, even James McCann, out of all people, got a hit yesterday and an RBI. So there's still guys doing it, but here's the big thing with the Mets right now. Alonso, Dominic Smith, Lindor. The big guys in the lineup are healthy. And let's be honest, Lindor's got to pick up. He's got to put this team on his shoulders now. I know he talked about, he's just a piece of the puzzle. No, you're not. You're $341 million. You're the superstar of this team. You are here to produce. Lindor has to put this team on his shoulders and start producing. That's the only way this team's going to go anywhere, especially with all these injuries. We're supposed to be getting J.D. Davis back very soon, so let's hope we get him back. It'll be an extra help because we need him, actually. Let's be honest. VR's been playing good, but we can also we need the guys. We can put VR to second, put Davis back at third, help this lineup a little bit because we need power. We have one of the worst slugging percentage in the league. We're not hitting home runs. We're not. And the big part of this lineup, and the reason for this lineup is supposed to be power. We were never going to hit for high average. That's just obvious. But we need it for power. And the Mets have to do that. And we'll see what happens with Cameron Maybin, how he performs. He's going to be good defensively. Maybe he can get a few infield singles, a couple of hits here and there. But we just need bodies. And at this moment, next man up. Another bench mob guy trying to fill it in. Let's go. If you saw this lineup, I'm going to throw up the lineup really quick, guys. It's rough. But what do you expect, right? It is what it is at this point. So here we go. Before I get into looking at you guys' comments, let me just give you the lineup really quick. If you want to close your ears, please do. All right, guys. So Jonathan VR is leading off. Francisco Lindor is batting second. Dominic Smith is batting third. Pete Alonso is cleaning up. Tomas Nido batting fifth. The power bat of Tomas Nido is catching and batting fifth. So McCann getting another day off, but Nido's hot. Leave him in the lineup. Jose Peraza batting sixth, playing second. Khalil Lee getting his first start in the majors in right field, batting seventh. Miguel Castro, because we're doing a bullpen game today, is starting. And Junesqui Fargas is batting ninth, playing center field. So that is the lineup. It is a rough lineup, but let's be honest. It was a rough lineup last night too. We pulled it off. Let's pull off another game. All right, guys, so let me look at the comments really quick. I don't think he'll be Keon Broskin, MB, but he wouldn't be too far from it, that's for sure. Mike likes this. He loves this, actually. Like I said, it's not a bad option. For to get a body in here right away, it's not a terrible option. It really is not. Ghostway, he is like Juan Lagares. Juan Lagares, yeah, I think so. Got a little more speed, but definitely. Well, I don't think we have to worry about him turning into Jason Bay. It's at the end of the day, you can just release him, to be honest. Ron is saying he is a body not building a future. Yeah, absolutely. He is a body. The Mets need bodies. It's just that obvious. Ron's correct. Absolutely. It's the biggest thing that the Mets need right now is bodies. We need guys to stay healthy. Is it the bench guys? Is it guys we bring in? The minors? Everywhere. We just need them to stay healthy for at least a week or two until we get all these guys back. Sal, how you doing, buddy? Sorry about Tampa. It was really crazy. We didn't even get together for a beer or anything, but it wasn't fun being at those games. I tell you that much, Sal. Yeah, Jonathan, you're not the only one. half of my team was on the injured list. I was playing nobody for a week. All right, Jerry. Didn't Maybin get assigned to Syracuse? He may never see the Mets roster. Hopefully, Fargus and Lee can be productive and he won't be needed. I think Maybin will be up here really quickly. To be honest, I think he's going to be in Syracuse for like a day or two, and he's going to get pulled up right away because we need the bodies. We got all the bench guys starting right now. Khalil Lee, Fargus, Ana Peraza, VR, PR, is injured right now. So it's like, you know what? He's probably going to come up. He's another option in the outfield. There's not that much out there. We got, Mazika, who's a catcher. We got Nito is a catcher. McCann's on the bench tonight. So it's like we got 3 catches on this roster. We have nobody on the bench. It's scary. But let's be honest. It's May. I'd rather have it happen in May, get these guys healthy for the stretch run into the summer, right until fall. So I'd rather have these injury problems now than August and September when we really need it when it comes to the division and the wild card. So it's not that big of a deal. Cool Spin saying breaking news: Maybin injured. You never know. David, absolutely, exactly what I've been saying. We just need bodies to fill the void until the guys get back. It's very good that it happened early instead of later. But let's be honest, guys. I don't know where these guys are going to score the runs. We got to rely on this pitching staff, but we have no pitching staff. The last man standing is Marcus Stroman at the moment. We got DeGrom hurt with the tightness. We got Walker with the tightness. David Peterson looked good, so okay, you could say he's still there. So Stroman and Peterson are the only guys left right now. Carrasco is not going to come back until the end of May. Sometime in June is Syndergaard. So, like I said, I don't know how this team's is gonna win games. I really don't. They've been doing it. Now they're really gonna have to do it, but I don't know how they're gonna do it because this lineup is not looking like a lineup that's gonna score runs. Lately, the bullpen's been struggling a little bit. May struggled last night. Diaz couldn't find the plate last night, but the Braves decided to swing at everything all of a sudden. So I don't know. The Mets got to pull a rabbit out of the hat to win games, and luckily it's May. So if we happen to lose a few games here and there, because let's be honest, I don't think we're expecting a lot of wins here with this ball club right now with all these injuries. So right now, let's see if we can pull some wins out of the hat. We won yesterday. We pulled it out of the hat. We didn't play good, but we pulled it out. So let's take advantage of the Braves not playing well right now, and that's what we got to do. All right, let me check the comments really quick, guys. What's up? I may be wrong, but we should get another third baseman because Luis is, in my opinion, is not the best sometimes. Well, Luis is on the injured list, and he might not be back for a while because it's an oblique, so he might be gone for a month or two, maybe longer. But I'm going to be doing a video about Chris Bryant very soon. I don't think it's too early for the Mets to try to go after Chris Bryant. Not only can Chris Bryant play third base, he can play the outfield as well. And he can play it well. And he's been smashing the ball lately. And I don't think there's no reason why the Mets shouldn't get and go after Chris Bryant. Even if it is a 1-year rental. You get him early enough, you got basically 4 months of Chris Bryant. And this team needs some damn offense, some slugging. God, could we hit a home run? I mean, Jesus. It's outrageous right now. But we just got to get it together right now, guys, and figure it out. That's what we got to do right now. There's nobody's going to feel sorry for us, including Met fans. We're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. I didn't really. I mean, I expected the injuries throughout the league to be bad, Hayden. But you know what? It could be the 60-game season. The guys never really ramped it up. The weird off season, the weird spring training. It started a little later this year. It was a lot of things. But 13 players on the injured list in a month and a half for this Mets team is not good. And it's the players that we're relying on. Conforto pulled up in a hamstring. He's not even, he's a young guy. Another guy, he's out. Davis, fluke injuries because of, getting hit by pitches and everything like that. And then Pilar is out, and Nimmo with his thumb, his finger, and God knows what else. But let's be honest. I knew Nimmo was going to get hurt because he always gets hurt. And that was another reason why I didn't want Nimmo playing center field as the everyday center fielder, because he gets injured too much. And, I know Springer's been injured a lot as well, but I still prefer Springer over Nimmo. But, that's over with now. We can't really do anything about that. But, Nimmo's always gets hurt. He's always been hurt, and it's not surprising with Nimmo. Yeah, he is on the press conference right now, actually. Yeah. I know I saw it on Twitter that he walked into the clubhouse and he's like, why am I in the lineup? He's a hard-nosed guy. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if in like 2 days in the Marlins series that he'll be playing again, because he's just a tough SOB, man. Yeah, Hayden, with the baseballs right now, they clearly changed them. They don't have a lot of pop in them. There's no juice in the ball at all. I mean, there was a few balls hit in Tampa between the Mets and the Rays that off the bat, I thought they were gone, and they barely made the warning track. So clearly the ball's been an issue, and it's hurt a lot of teams. Look at the team across the way in the Yankees. They haven't been hitting a lot of home runs either. The ball's dead. And it's hurting teams, especially hurting the Mets. It's hurting the Yankees. It's hurting a lot of teams in this league, especially with the whole launch angle phenomenon that's been going on with the analytics. It's hurting everybody because, let's be honest, you kill the ball, launch angle means shit. So if that's the case, they're going to be doing the replacements. They're going to start trying out Met fans. You're going to be going up to Citi Field, performing, trying to try out. Yes, I haven't been there yet. I want to go to Truist Park. I heard it's one of the best ballparks around, especially the outdoor area too. It's really nice. Yeah, I heard about all that. I can't wait to go. Hopefully I get there soon. Well, Jonathan, they put Carrasco on the 60 deal because there was no way he was going to make it back until the end of May anyway. So to make room on the 40-man, they moved Carrasco to the 60-day because he wasn't coming back before the end of May. So putting them on the 60 deal just gives room on the 40-man to bring guys like Cameron Maybin in and bringing and selecting contracts from guys in the minors that we're bringing up, like Fargas. We selected his contract. We had to put him on the 40-man. So putting guys on a 60-day DL is not IL is not, something to be concerned about. It's just room on the 40-man. That's why they do that. Yeah, I've been saying it, man. Chris Bryant was the guy I wanted in a trade scenario. If the Mets would have decided to go after Chris Bryant over Lindor, I wouldn't have been mad, to be honest. We had shortstops. I wasn't mad about the trade with Lindor. Obviously, I was happy. I would be lying it to you guys if I wasn't. But at the end of the day, this team needed a third baseman. They needed a defensive third baseman, and they needed an offensive third baseman. Davis can provide the offense, but we saw him struggle a lot defensively. Chris Bryant fixes both of those problems. And you could have gave probably, I would say, about $60 million less than what you gave Lindor to extend Chris Bryant. You probably could have given him about $250, saving us $100 million. So, it's too late now, obviously, but I still think the Mets are going. I wouldn't be surprised if the Mets somehow figure out a way to get Chris Bryant. You know what? There might be sucks right now because our big time prospects. One needs Tommy John, the other one needs another surgery with Pete Crow Armstrong with the whole. I think it was. I forgot what the whole name of it. It was like a torn labrum. So. That's another issue. Like now, these guys are not tradable right now. Matt Allen's not tradable. Pete Crow Armstrong's not tradable. Nobody's going to take an injured minor league guy right now, even though they're a top prospect. You know what? It might take Ronnie Mauricio to get Chris Bryant. I do it. I'm sorry. This team is a win now team, especially with the rotation we have. So we just got to wait and see, guys. But I want Chris Bryant on this team. Anybody who knows me, you guys can say it in a comment. William, I am not the most negative Met fan. And I'm not rude either. I'm just honest. If that comes off as rude, then I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, it's called passion. It's not rude. And if you're not a negative Met fan, you're not a real Met fan. Because this team makes every Met fan negative. I'm sorry. William, let's be honest. If you're positive about the problems that this team is having, even when we were healthy, we couldn't score runs. During the 7-game winning streak, it was the bench. It wasn't even the main guys in the lineup. This team has problems. They overcame them so far, and you know what? Somehow they're in first place. But let's be honest, it's not the Mets playing well the reason why the Mets are in first place. The reason why this team is in first place right now is because the rest of the NL East absolutely is terrible right now. We've seen it with the Braves. They're not hitting either. The Phillies are struggling. The Nationals are not good. The Marlins are not good. That's why this team is in first place. They're not playing well. The pitching has been picking us up big time. Absolutely. The bullpen has been surprisingly good. The rotation has been good. But you can't be a Met fan and not be negative about stuff, because no matter how good it can get, something happens. And lately, something has happened. Everything's been happening. We have a complete roster basically that is injured. Out of the 26 guys, 13 of them are injured. And that's including the depth that we had on the bench, including Almora and now Pilar. So it's not being negative. It's a passionate Met fan who understands that this team can be a team that could be struggling very soon. Because if you saw the lineup, you're going to be – it's not like the Mets can do anything right now. It's what they can do. They got to fill in the voids right now because of all the injuries. But let's be honest. If you think this team has played well this year, you are either blind or you're just not paying attention. This whole year, this team struggled offensively. They had their moments of one game here, one game there, but they haven't played well. Their pitching staff has been, I would say, excellent past the last couple of days. I sound like a Yankee fan. William, I'm not a person who blocks people. I would block you, but you know what? I'm not a dick like some of these guys on YouTube. I'm not a Yankees fan. Trust me. Trust me. I don't know what you are. I don't know if you're a Met fan. I don't care if you're a Met fan, to be honest with you. But you're here watching me. You don't have to. You are. Let's be honest. Everybody who's on this channel, you can say it in the comments, and people know. I travel with the Mets. I go to Mets games all over the country. I'm there. I can assure you I'm not a Met fan. You want to see the other 900 videos I did? I mean, come on. Let's be honest. You're not a Met fan if you're not negative. I mean, sorry. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not going to block you. You can talk your shit. I don't care, William. I really don't. But you're getting on other people for being passionate. It's ironic. It's something that I don't understand. Because I'm mad, because I'm passionate, I'm rude, I'm negative, and I'm a Yankees fan. So, I mean, Ryan, what's up? How you doing? I mean, come on. Seriously? Like I said, William, I mean, have you been following me? Have you been watching my channel? Have you been watching all the other videos that I've done since the offseason? Almost 900 videos in. I can assure you I never put a Yankee hat on. I never put a Yankee jersey on. And let's be honest. You're not a Met fan if you're not negative. Things are changing a little bit because we got a new owner. That's great. Azan, I don't want Cameron Maybin, but it's not a bad trade. I mean, you can't complain about a trade that is needed at this moment. The Mets and Sandy Olsen are trying to get bodies in here. So that's what he's trying to do. And like I said, the lineup is the lineup tonight because we don't have nobody. You know what I'm saying, guys? But let's be honest, the Mets are finding ways to win. And if they can continue to do that, they'll continue to be in first place. The NL East ain't going anywhere. All these teams suck in the NL East right now. Wardy's the biggest fake on YouTube. Let's be honest. The amount of subscribers he has is a joke because he is a phony. I'm sorry. And I don't check out Wardy's page because he's a phony. He's a big phony. And he's a positive Met fan, which means he's not a real Met fan. So calm down with him. Jack, I don't know if he's going to be an all-star. So go watch him, William. I don't understand. You're watching me. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know Wardy. I don't think his channel is very good. I think he's extremely way too positive because he's not a real Met fan. Clearly. I mean, William, go watch him. I don't tell you to stay here. You're continuing to troll. You continue to comment on on this stream right now. I'm not asking you to stay. You think I'm negative? I'm a real Met fan. Real Met fans have problems. You're funny, William. That's funny. 876 subscribers in little over 4 months of doing this. So come back to me. So don't subscribe to my channel. I don't ask you to. I'm not going to go on my knees and ask you to subscribe to my channel. I'll get it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Jerry, we did. I mean, William, why don't you start your own channel if you don't like me? Because you're not a Met fan. And Wardy's is a punk-ass person. And there's a lot of people on here that believe that too. I actually give a shit about my subscribers and people who support me. Honestly. Ask anybody, William, in this chat right now. Ask them. I support them. I shout them out. Even when you talk shit, I put you on the screen. Because there's a reason why I don't block people like Wardy does. Wardy blocks people because he's a punk. Because he don't like to come back at people. You're telling me I'm negative, but yet you haven't said one good thing about the Mets. All you're doing is talking about me. So I don't understand. So, guys, the New York Mets traded for Cameron Maybin from the Cubs for cash considerations. Obviously, it's another body on this team. Why does what matter? Comment. Let me know. I mean, you're sticking around, so thanks for the watch hours, by the way. Azan, I don't worry about it. Like these are the people that follow Wardy. That's the problem. So yeah, guys. So the Cameron Maybin thing, he's going to be in Syracuse, but he's going to come up very soon. So, what do we expect out of him? I mean, he can hit. Probably not for average, but you know what? It's a body in here. He's going to play right field, center field, back and forth with Fargas as well. It is what it is at this point, guys. We just got to keep it going. Hey, David, he does a great job. He's got subscribers. He does things. Absolutely. But let's be honest. I didn't bring this up. William's the one that's complaining. He's the one that's telling me negative this, negative that. I mean, it is what it is. Some people don't like Wardy. Some people don't like me. Nobody tells you to watch us. I just don't understand. Like, Williams continuing to watch, giving me watch hours, but I'm the bad guy. I don't understand. Nope, I'm just coming on to breaking news because it just popped up, on Twitter and everything like that. So I'm just gonna stay for a little while longer, Azan. So, but thank you for coming in. Yeah, Jonathan. See, like I said, it's everybody's opinion on who you like. Nobody has to watch a channel. You just don't. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to watch. I don't go on somebody's channel on a live stream and bitch and complain about the person. I don't go on Wardy's channel and say he's a piece of shit or he's negative. I don't do that. The same thing with Hayden or any other Mets channel. Will I watch them? Yeah, when everybody's interesting. Everybody has their own critiques. Everybody has their own ways of doing things. But if you don't like my honesty, then why are you watching at all? Then, you know what? Get rid of YouTube, because you don't appreciate people being honest about their passion for a team. Like, we're doing channels because we like to do it. Absolutely, David. Absolutely. We all have our ways. How am I mean? You are the one that is being mean, William. You was, I'm negative, I'm this, I'm that, I'm talking about my subscribers, talking about Wardy's better than me, blah, blah, blah. Come on, William. You're being negative. Oh, Jonathan, if Fernando was here right now, he would give it to him. Cole, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Absolutely, Hayden. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, Cole, the best outfielder in the game. Let's go. Khalil Lee, Fargas, and Dom Smith. Oh, boy. You know what? Hey, listen. The defense is going to be pretty good. That's for sure. It's all right, Ghost, man. I don't worry about these people, man. They make me laugh. People don't like honesty. That's the problem. You're not being honest. You came in here being negative. I mean, I'm coming in here talking about what the Mets just did. You come in here talking about me being negative. There's a lot to be negative about with this team right now. It's frustrating with all these injuries. This team has a hard time scoring runs as it is healthy. Now we're getting, guys off the scrap meat trying to get a lot of runs scored right now, and it's not really happening. So, thank God for our pitching right now. That's for sure. What's up, guys? What's up, my crew? How's your fantasy going? Yeah, I tell you right now, guys, fantasy is very interesting right now. For sure. Our fantasy league right now. So I do think that this is not the only trade the Mets are going to do. Honestly, I don't think it is. I honestly think the Mets are going to. Yeah, he's up there in age. He's 34, and yeah, Maybin's definitely he's not young. He's had his better years, but he can still hit a little bit. Defensively, I think he's going to be okay. Yeah, you know what? We are Nelson. You're absolutely. I'm gonna throw out that comment right now. We are treading water right now. But you know what? Somehow, some way, the Mets are still in first place. But that's a big reason because he's this team. Right now, there's not much to go by. We're in first place because the NL East is not that good. Luckily the Braves and the Phillies are not that good right now. They're not playing well. Luckily, because right now, if the Braves were 5, 6, 7 games up, and the Phillies 6, 7, 8 games up, we'll be a couple of games back. And with this lineup and with all these injuries, we could find ourselves buried in the NL East and trying to fight our way back for the trade deadline and later on. Yeah, Jonathan. Yeah, I know, man. Seager, Kelly. Oh, man. Yeah, I am lucky, Jonathan, for real. I mean, I tell you right now, my whole lineup was like on the injured list. Like I had nobody playing. Like I had nobody. Everybody, the whole freaking lineup, my whole roster was like injured. It was ridiculous. Like I'm not the only one. There was a couple of almost everybody had problems. Yeah, Hayden. The Mets are gonna pull some. I think they're gonna do a couple more moves. This is just one of many. I think. I don't know if Sandy's gonna go after the big move yet, but I wouldn't be surprised. He did a lot of digging with Chris Bryant with the Cubs. He went back to them twice during the offseason. So it is a big possible. It's possible. You never know. Chris Bryant would dramatically help this team defensively and offensively. Yeah, Well, Jerry, absolutely. We're not, like I said, we're not hitting, we're not injured. Exactly what I said, Jerry. You're absolutely right. Yeah, hey, listen, nobody can complain. Nobody cannot be happy that we're not in first place right now because of all the issues that we're having that Jerry just put up in that comment. Absolutely. The bigger issue is that can we continue to pull out wins with this depleted Mets team? Again, luckily the NL East is not playing well, so it gives us time to get our guys healthy. I don't think Pilar is going to be out that long. Davis should be coming back soon. DeGrom should be back in this during this Marlins series. So, we just got to hold the fort down until you guys come back. Cole, it doesn't seem like we are going to sign Conforto. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We got to wait and see with that. It seems like Conforto would sign with us, and I think the Mets are willing to sign him. He was playing a little better until he pulled his hamstring running down the line, but Lawrence, Wardy likes to block a lot of people. So, Lawrence, it is what it is. I don't block people. As you can see, I get cursed at on the comments. I'm not going to block you because everybody can see the fool, So, yep, you got to believe. That's what we got to do. That's what the Mets roll on. That's what we roll on. Lawrence, you probably said a negative comment about the Mets, and that's why he blocked you. Because apparently there's no negativity in Wardy's channel. Apparently, happy-go-lucky Met fans, I guess, get everything probably. Yeah, I think they'll sign Conforto. I think it'd be crazy to get rid of him. Unless there's not really much out there in the free agent market, which is next year. So. I would try to do the best I can to extend him before the season because if he becomes an unrestricted free agent, now you're going to start bidding against other teams. And that's when it's going to be hard. There you go, Cole. Alex, how you doing, buddy? So if you guys just tuning in, the Mets made a trade for Cameron Maybin from the Cubs for cash considerations. Obviously not a blockbuster, but another added body to this depleted Mets team. Mets continue to win somehow. Mets continue to be in first place. So we got to be happy there. Hopefully we can hold the fort down until our guys come back, but it's not going to be easy, that's for sure. Happy opening day, Brooklyn Cyclones. That's right. Hey, Mauricio's been looking good too. Pete Crow Armstrong was looking good until he torn his labrum. But Mauricio's been on fire. It'll be tough. It will be tough. If we have to trade Mauricio, not that I want to, but if the team's in first place and needs a player, you might have to bite the bullet on that one. Even though Mauricio, I think, is going to be a good player. Maybe he can play third base. Maybe. Yeah, man. So we just gotta see if the Mets can beat the Braves tonight. Obviously, it's a bullpen game tonight. Yet again, Miguel Castro is on the mound to start the game. So So yeah, I like your comment, Lawrence. Lots of Mets started at Brooklyn Cyclone. Yep, that's the truth. But we got the bullpen. Got to be holding it down tonight for sure. I don't think Reed Foley was an option for Rojas yesterday until it had to be an option with Walker coming out of the game, because I think Foley was going to come into the game sometime today, but I don't think he's going to come in today because he had a lot of pitches yesterday, pitched really well yesterday, 3 innings, so it's going to be everybody, that's for sure. Gesellman's probably going to get some innings in here. Hopefully Castro can pitch 2 innings. Maybe Gesellman can pitch 3 innings. Oh boy. Ghost, if you want to have a conversation with William, you can go ahead. He can comment whatever he wants, but you start cursing, I'm not going to respond to your nonsense. But yeah, well, Ghost, I don't know. I'm negative, I'm rude, and I'm not honest. And I'm a Yankees fan, don't forget. Because 900 videos in, I'm a Yankees fan, apparently. So, Lawrence, I'll probably hit up a game or two. I usually try to hit up a. I usually hit up a couple of games a year in Brooklyn. It's a great ballpark, obviously, by the water and everything like that. It's really cool. It's a really nice ballpark. It's a good time. They always give a lot of giveaways. That's for sure. But yeah, I'll definitely hit up the Cyclones games. Absolutely. It's one of the night. It's a great. Minor league games are great. You get the warm feeling of like being up close and personal to the players and everything like that. You get to see the Mets of tomorrow, right? That's the Brooklyn Cyclones slogan, the Mets of tomorrow. So yeah, of course, absolutely. Ghost, I should just make you one of the moderators, right? So you can just block whoever the hell you want, right? But I'm not a blocker, so everybody else wants to block people, they can block people, but I don't do that. There's no need to, because I can defend myself. You're not going to tell me who I am. I mean, come on. I'm sorry about. Oh, sorry, Cole. I didn't see that comment. I'm so excited for Mauricio. He looks so good. He's been great. I really hope he can play third base, because if the Mets don't try to get Chris Bryant or really don't think Davis is going to be the long-time answer at third base, Mauricio, I wouldn't be surprised he'd be in next year. Why not? We need a third baseman that can actually play defense and perform offensively, and Mauricio shown so far he can do it. Absolutely, Cole. But yeah, it'll be very tough if the Mets. I feel like Sandy is making Mauricio untouchable, but you never know. If the trade comes up where this team needs that extra guy, the extra bat, the extra defensive guy, maybe Chris Bryant is the guy that they would actually be willing to give Mauricio for. Oh, I like that. I love my bobbleheads. That's for damn sure. I'm a collector in that. Pete Alonso plush and a Jacob deGrom bobblehead. Huh. Well, you know what, Nelson? That's true. But I'm sorry, Cole. He did draft him, but he did draft Rosario and Jimenez too. And he had no problem trading them for Lindor. So well, you know what, Nelson, that's a good point. There's going to be a lot of competition for Bryant, but right now there's no competition. Right now, I think if the Mets give a good offer, Bryant will be a Met. It's just a matter of is Sandy willing to give an offer that is worth talking to the Cubs about too for Chris Bryant. So that's what I can. I think they should pull the trigger. Like I said, this team needs offense. We haven't scored runs all year. The power numbers are down. I know the power numbers are down throughout the league, but the Mets are built to be a big slugging percentage team, and they're one of the worst in the league. So, but we have to get it going. There's not. Who's got to pick it up? A $341 million man. Lindor's got to put this team on his shoulders. Pete Alonso's got to do the same, and Dominic Smith's got to do the same as well. But Lindor's the big boy. He's the money man. He's got to get it going. You know, he is a piece of the puzzle, but he's one of the biggest pieces of the puzzle, and he's got to get it done. That's it. Yeah, well, we got production from JD when he's healthy. That's about it, Cole. So one more time, guys. The Mets made a trade. That is the breaking news. That's why I went live. The Mets made a trade for Cameron Maybin from the Chicago Cubs for cash considerations. Didn't give up anybody, just gave up money. So no big deal. No Labate that's going to be up on this team. He's going down to Syracuse, probably making room on the 40-man just so he can come up probably tomorrow and get Maybin up in here, probably play right field for the foreseeable future until either Conforto comes back or Pilar comes back or whoever else can come back and play the outfield. That's better than Maybin. William, listen, we're all here for the same reason. We fucking love the Mets. You know what I'm saying, man? Listen, William, I subscribe to Wardy. I put it this way. I subscribe to all the Mets channels I possibly can. And the reason is I might not catch everything, all the news, all the latest info. Somebody else will. You know, very recently, Wardy put up a video. I forgot what it was the other day. I think it was about 2 weeks ago, buddy. And it was something I didn't even notice. You know, I was on vacation and I didn't even realize that happened. You know, you're on vacation. You don't try to check your phone too much. You try to enjoy your vacation. And I was like, oh shit. You know, that was something I would probably put up a video for too. But Wardy had it. Excellent, mate. Listen, it was news that I didn't pull up. I didn't see right away. And it helped me out finding out news, which helped me put that info up on Twitter for people who didn't know. And the shitty Wi-Fi I had on vacation, it was hard for me to do videos, so I was lucky to do 1 or 2 live streams. But other than that, I had a hard time. I'm not sure. Honestly, William, I wasn't sure. It wasn't Matt Harvey. I know it wasn't the Matt Harvey one. I'm not 100. It was like a week ago, about 5 days ago, or 3 or 4 days. About 3 or 5 days ago. I was on vacation, so I wasn't really paying attention. It's over my head right now, to be honest. But it was one of the videos. Shoot. It was something with an injury. I don't know if it was damn. I have a brain freeze right now. I'm not 100% sure. My mind's not really doing it. But it's one of the videos that I didn't really see the info. It popped up on Twitter. I didn't see it, and I was just on my phone looking, and notification popped up about Wardy, and he put up a video. Obviously, I'm going to support. I watched. It gave me info I didn't know at the moment, so it's always helpful. You know, I might not have something. I might. You never know. And so, like I said, we're all here for the same reason. Like you just said, LFGM. Obviously, of course, man. We are struggling Met fans. That's who we are, man. I think Mets should trade Conforto and JD from Lawrence. You know what? Well, Mike Trout's hurt now too, so he'd be perfect for the Mets. He's injured. Bill, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I've been good. Bill, I hope you've been good, man. Ghost, I don't mean to start the drama, but suppose you said he clickbaits. Did I? I don't think I said that. Hey, listen, if you're a YouTuber, you want clicks. You find a way to do it. You know, obviously you don't want to mislead completely, you know, because that would be fucked up. But you know, we've all put up a thumbnail and a title that might be a little misleading every now and then. Not, you know, I wouldn't say misleading, but you know, a little bit more out there for what you're trying to get. But you know, but I don't think I said that. If I did, I didn't mean to say that because I think we all do that at some point. But it is what it is. It's water under the bridge, you know? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Look, we don't go on YouTube to not get views and clicks. Like, what the hell are we doing here then, you know? You know, obviously we love the sport or the team we do. But we do want to do that. I mean, you don't want to mislead to the point where somebody clicks and, you have Mets trade for Mike Trout and then you say we got Cameron Maybin. That's fucked up, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't try to do that often because I think that's kind of, yeah, of course. Come on, we're all good. Look, listen, we have our differences. We have who we like. It is what it is. Like I said, that's the best thing about YouTube. You don't have to watch me. You don't have to watch Wordy. You don't have to watch anybody. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But like I said, it's over with. We got what we got. What we wanted to say. William's still here. He's supporting me. I'm cool with it, man. Like I said, we're here for the same reason. We're here to get Mets victories and talk about our opinions and our concerns. That's it. Bill, let me check up your comment really quick. Sorry about that. I've been good. Good to see Wander Franco in person hit a grand slam this week, and that kid is a freak. He is a freak. That's for damn sure. Lawrence, I like your positivity. Let's go for our 20th win today. Let's go. We got the replacements in right now. Let's go. We got the replacements in right now. We got the bullpen starting the game again for a bullpen game. Let's go. You know what? Look, this builds a solid foundation for this team. Having all these injuries, all these bench guys coming in and performing, guys who are just showing up from the minors. Even Fargas got a big hit yesterday. It was just great. Go Shooter Man. Thank you so much, buddy. Ghost, it could be my fault too, because a lot, you know what? I haven't done a lot of videos and a lot of live streams lately over the last month or so, because these are the times when I actually have time to go on vacation and do things and everything like that. So yeah, it's, don't worry about it. A lot more videos, a lot more streams are coming. Don't worry about that. I'll get them subscribers so you can donate away and be my moderator, because that's what you deserve to be. Yeah, you know what? This builds a solid foundation for this Mets team. The injuries, the bullpen guys, the bench guys, the guys that are coming out of nowhere from the minors or pickups that we're having, like Cameron Maybin. I wouldn't be surprised if Cameron Maybin gets a big hit in the next week or so. It builds a foundation for a team that they know no matter what happens, they can win and pull together and win a game. So it's important. And it just builds more camaraderie. Even though this team has it looks like they have good camaraderie together. Oh, you know what, William? That's a good trade. The money situation might be a lot of money to put on the books for the Mets. I do that. I tell you right now. But, I wonder what it's going to cost us. William? I don't know if you guys see that comment. Let me throw that up real quick. How about this trade? Bryant and Hayward from the Cubs. Now, that might, you might have to throw some, they might have to throw some money in, because that's a lot of money coming in, because it's like $19 million for Bryant. I think Hayward's making around that same amount, $20 million. That's almost $40 million you're throwing on the books. So you might have to throw in somebody who's making a little bit of money, or the Cubs throw in some money. But that's a lot to take on. Maybe the Cubs are going to want something. I don't know if it's going to be Mauricio. I mean, they're insane if they want Mauricio. But, I don't want to give up Mauricio. But that's the deal, man. Listen, throwing Hayward in right field right now and Bryant in their base, this team's going to hit. That's for sure. That's not a bad, William, what do you think the Mets would have to give up? Because that's an interesting trade. That there's two players that I wouldn't be surprised the Mets want to. The Cubs would want to trade them because it puts the money off the books. Ooh. This might be probably not a crowd pleaser, but Dominic Smith and Nima I give in a heartbeat, to be honest with you. Diaz, it's tough right now with Lugo out, because who would you have to close games? Castro, May, and May and Castro has been the good late inning guys, and let's be honest, I don't, May's been struggling. I guess you could do that. I don't know if the Mets would give up Diaz, because they have this love affair with him. But Diaz and Nimmo, I mean, sorry, Smith and Nimmo. I give away. I go see ya in a heartbeat. You know what? And the Cubs would probably do that trade with Nimmo and Smith because Dom and Nimmo have a couple of years left, and on their rookie deals, so they would do that because it saves them a lot of money. And you know what? Smith and Nimmo are good players. Will be hurt by on base percentage for sure. But Brian and Hayward, that would be not bad. But I don't think they would give up Diaz, William. Oh, I know, William. I said that you heard earlier. Nimmo's hurt all the freaking time. That's why Springer's he did hurt a lot this year, but that's why I would have probably wanted Springer over Nimmo, is because of the reasons Nimmo always gets hurt, and that's the problem. He was one of our best hitters before he got hurt, and now he's hurt again. Same thing. I don't think the Mets are going to give up Diaz, unfortunately. William, Smith's defense is bad, but he's been a little bit better than I expected. To be honest, he's been okay. He makes the plays that he's supposed to make. Going back on the ball, he's not good. Obviously, we saw that with when Kevin Pillar caught that ball in left center, which should have been Smith's ball, but Pillar knew that Smith wasn't going to get to it, and he got to it. Smith has a hard time going back on balls, so yeah, Smith's not good defensively. Smith is a guy that I think a lot of teams would look at in a trade scenario, such as the Cubs, as William said. I would do that trade. I don't want to give up Diaz, but if it takes Diaz to get it done, Lugo should be back sometime in the end of the month, maybe first week in June. I think you could throw May or Castro as the closer. Leave Drew Smith up here. Foley's been good, so it's possible. It might be an option. Maybe Sandy is looking at that. But I don't think he's going to give up Diaz because there's some type of love affair between the front office and Diaz because they were willing to make Diaz the closer without even any competition. So, William, I do that deal in a heartbeat. That's a good trade, by the way, by you. Yeah, that's a good point, Ghost. He's still pretty good. He's very good defensively still. He still can hit a little bit. And he would provide a lot better defense. Sorry about that, guys. I clicked on something and it just knocked me off. Yeah, so let me just pull up real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Ghost, I still think Diaz he scares the hell out of me every time. I don't think there's a game this year where he came into a safe situation. I thought he was going to blow it. That might be negative, but oh boy, man, he scares the hell out of me. Yeah, yeah, David, that is true. It's a lot of bad mojo or feelings because of the Kalanick issue. But at the same time, when Diaz comes into the game, I don't think about, damn, we gave up Kalanick for Diaz. I'm thinking about, shit, he's going to blow this game. It might be negative, but I just feel like he's always a ticking time bomb to me. Look at yesterday. He saved the game, but he couldn't get the ball over the plate. If it wasn't for the Braves swinging at everything, I think Diaz would have walked the ballpark, walked the entire lineup. That's just the way I felt yesterday. But he got the save, so I guess it's not so bad. William, Joey Gallo, David Duvall. Yeah, Well, I'm gonna throw up a video later, William. The 4 options for outfield trade. Joey Gallo is in that mix in the video. There's a couple other guys. David Peralta, Anthony Santander, and Charlie Blackmon. Those are the guys that are available. It's not all the guys I want, but those are the guys that are available that are for the taking. Joey Gallo is not a bad option though, and that's what I think. But I'm gonna pull up that video soon, so you guys can check that out in a couple of hours. Joey to go. I like Joey Gallo. He hits for power, and Lord knows his team needs power. He was awful yesterday. Well, Lawrence. Oh, sorry. Hold on, Lawrence. I mean, there's not a lot of. I mean, I know what you're talking about, Lawrence, with Toronto, with Tampa Bay, with the. Can you say it was the field that might have caused the McNeil injury and Conforto injury? But I think they had problems before the Tampa series. I think McNeil was injured before. He felt tightness in the hamstring. Conforto, I think there was something wrong with him too before the Tampa series. So I don't think it helped being on the Tampa turf. But absolutely with the Yankees as well, they have problems with that turf. But it never seems like the Rays get injured, So oh yeah, absolutely, Ghost. He's been a lot better this year. Even last year, he was good. But in the back of your mind, when Diaz is in that game, you're like, oh, please don't blow it. We played good. The bullpen was pitching well. The starter, came out well. And I'm like, oh, Diaz, let's go. Please don't do this to us, So it's always in the back of your mind after the 2019 season that Diaz is probably going to blow a game. It just is what it is, He put that in the back of our minds. No matter who we traded for him, if he was 100% dominant, would you really care about Kelenic as much as we do right now? Even though Kelenic's going to be a star, we just know. But let's be honest. He's on a team that I don't think the Mariners are going to be any good. So Kelenic could be Mike Trout. But if he's Mike Trout on the Angels, who cares? If the Mariners never go anywhere and Kelenic's a superstar, he's going to be like Mike Trout with the Angels, who makes the playoffs once in his career, and he's great. So until the Mariners start pulling off championships because of Kelenic, or Kelenic's a part of it, who cares at this point? It's done. Just hope that Diaz can be dominant for us. That's it. Trade McNeil. McNeil is worrying me a lot. When he came up, he was a gap-to-gap hitter who hit the all fields, who didn't look for the home run, who got on base with any means necessary. Now he tries to hit home runs. It hurts his average. It even hurts his home run totals because he's not doing. McNeil is not a launch angle type of guy. And I don't know what, maybe it was Chili Davis that told him to do this. And I think that's a big reason why Chili Davis got fired. Is I think that Chili Davis hurt Jeff McNeil. He might have helped Davis and Alonso, but those are power guys. I think Chili Davis put too much emphasis on the power and not what McNeil is good at, and that's gap-to-gap hitter who hits the all fields. And I think that's hurt Jeff McNeil over the last year and a half. But I wouldn't trade McNeil yet. Because you wouldn't get nothing for him right now because he's not that good. A bag of balls. Yeah, Trevor May, he's been good. The first game of the season against Philly, he didn't pitch well. He walked the ballpark. He wasn't pitching well. He's been good ever since until the last couple of days. So he's worrying me a little bit too. It's why I wouldn't get rid of Diaz in that trade that William brought up, even though I would do that trade. Because right now we need Diaz because the bullpen's been struggling just a little bit. You know, Foley's been our best guy. That's true, Ghost. That's true. I wish. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Enjoy the game tonight, guys. Let's see if the Mets can pull out another win out of the hat with basically a 40 guys on the 40 man, basically. So let's see if we can get it done tonight, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know I love you guys' support. Again, breaking news: Mets trade for Cameron Maybin from the Cubs for cash considerations. Michael, I'm just about to leave, but thank you for tuning in real quick. Check out the stream if you missed it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's go, Mets. Let's get this victory. Miguel Castro on the mound to start the game. Let's see if this bench mob can continue to produce and win ball games. Lindor, Alonso, Smith, you guys got to pick it up. All right, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. And as always, let's go, Mets. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy the game.